Holy shit, this is good. What is this? Ah. I'm in the process of moving, and one of the biggest reasons is because I don't have any space for my colognes anymore and fragrances. So, yeah. Oh, damn, that just took a chip out of my table. Today, we're gonna be talking about the last five fragrances that I got added to my collection. So what are we at now? Like 3,000? We should probably start at counting. No, you know what? Starting at counters is gonna be too much. Starting out with the first one is called Fawah by Nusuk. I used to get a lot of fragrances from Nusuk a long time ago, and I kind of stopped for a while until I went back to Dubai and saw a lot of their new releases. This isn't a new one, but the only reason I got this is because of future recommendations. This smells a lot like Paco Rabanne's Phantom, and I will go on record and have gone on record saying that this is actually a pretty good fragrance, especially for those of you who are like going to the office, who gym goers, school, teenagers, and even early 20s to college, etc. It's sweet, it's fresh. It's basically doing this fresh fougere modernized. It adds this bubblegummy nature to the whole lemon, lavender, or citrus lavender and oak mossy style DNA. So what you get with this is peat. I think they use some soil nuance, but it smells sweet, earthy, and lavender with citruses. There's nothing to dislike about this fragrance. I think that most of the hate came to this because of the whole robot thing. A lot of people were just hating on the bottle, etc. And I get it. They kind of just narrowed it down into a specific range of audience, but this is really good, you guys. It has that barbershoppy lavender, citrus, and that bubblegummy undertone. I think it's amazing. I love Paco Rabanne's Phantom. Not so much the bottle. I understand. The bottle's pretty damn ugly, but now you don't even have to worry about this. And this is designer quality. Fawah. Fawah is designer quality. It's pretty rich. The quality of that lavender is relatively thick, and it seems like this creamy sweetened lavender with citrus. It smells amazing. It honestly smells amazing. If I had to give this one a rating, there's nothing to dislike about this. I've always loved Paco Rabanne's Phantom, and so for that reason, this is like a 9.2 for me. It's nostalgic points and factors for me more than anything. It's very subjective. It's not like wow, but it's just a fragrance I freaking love. So it's a 9.2 to me, this one. Check that one out if you enjoy Phantom. If you don't enjoy Phantom and you go and grab this, and you're probably not gonna enjoy it. But there's, in my opinion, nothing to dislike about it. So moving on, and especially for the right price, you cannot go wrong. If you're looking actually for like gifts, etc., this is one of the easiest ones to gift. Next one is by Perfu Adictos. He's a Latino influencer from Puerto Rico, and he sent this out. Even if he is an influencer, and even if he is a friend, if I didn't like it, this is one of the cases where I would probably just keep my mouth shut, just out of like being nice. But this is good enough to share. This is genuinely good enough to share. You guys, I get something that's like tropical with an overdose of mango. I think he's selling it for $100, which is pretty great. If you like creamy tropical, you're going to like this one. It smells good. It does have like a sweetened tropical cream vibe with that overdose of mango. The one place where I would say don't expect shit from is gonna be the box, because the box is just, I'm sorry Perfu, but the box, it's just paper. And I actually told him about it. He said, yeah, man, we're gonna do something about that. But aside from the box, man, this is a fragrance I got a compliment on, and that's pretty much it. I don't wanna go too far into it because, you know, a lot of you guys might perceive it as something with a bias. So let's just keep ratings out. I personally loved it. I loved rocking it. I love tropical. It's tropical, creamy, and that's pretty much it. And the tropic vibe is going to be mango. As far as the rating goes, I'm just gonna leave it out for obvious reasons. I wanna keep biases aside, etc. Even if I didn't like it, I'd share it, and I'll tell you guys, I'm not really digging it that much. It is what it is, because ultimately I owe it to you. But I swear to God, I really like this fragrance. I don't wanna say it's like a freaking 10, and nor do I wanna say it's like an 8. So let's just keep it there, and I think that's going to be the most genuine and honest way that I can tell you guys, is tell you what it smells like, tell you how long it lasted. It lasted for me like a good 8 to 9 hours, especially on clothing. It projected. I got a workout in while wearing this. Got a compliment after my hour and 45-minute session. That's it. I'm gonna leave it there. Do I like it? I love it. Are there places where it could improve? I think so. Maybe the bottle design, or maybe even the box, but that's pretty much it. Next one is Mayar by Latafa. This is called Cherry Intense, or Mayar Cherry Intense, sorry. So when I first smelled this, I was like, ooh, this is a dark cherry. And then it started to really get smoky. And I was like, ew, it's a no-go for me. Main reason that it's not for me is because it smells like it has Hot Smoke by Killian. Hot Smoke smells like very specifically double apple hookah tobacco. And that's what the fragrance is inspired by. My background, my cultural background includes hookah and very specifically apple flavored hookahs. And it's easy to relate for me. It might not be as easy for the West if you haven't experienced it. But for me, because it was years of doing it, too much of anything can be a bad thing. It started giving me migraines whenever I would mess with specifically double apple flavored hookah tobacco, al-fakhr. And that's kind of what Hot Smoke smells like. So right by default, I don't like Hot Smoke. Blend it with cherry, it smells amazing, but for me, it's a hell no. And the reason is because it's gonna give me a headache, but I love what they're doing here. It's, oh, shoot, man, no, just flashbacks. This is a 2.7 for me. Not because it smells bad, just because I can never, ever wear this one. Oh my God. I have to emphasize, it's not a bad fragrance by any means. It's my relationship to that tobacco. If you like hot smoke, then you're gonna like it. I just have a very bad association with hookah tobacco. I'm also in the medical field, so smoke for me is like an absolute hell no. As far as the quality goes, it's outstanding. It smells clean, it smells good. There was another cherry fragrance that I liked. The Cherry Smoke by Tom Ford on its own is great because it focuses more so on incense and sandalwood. It doesn't do the whole tobacco hookah with like a molasses vibe. That's what I'm looking for. It's very thick and suffocating almost. This, it's really good in that sense, but it's just a hell no from me. 2.8 out of 10, and just keep it moving. It lasts, by the way, and it's not going nowhere. Next one by Le Falcon. This is called Asil. They have about 4 of them. There's one that I'm not a fan of, and I think I'll save it for another video. It's the clear one. You know what? Let's just go ahead and add all of them in this video because I officially now have all of the ones that look like this. So I'll bring that in before we end the video. Moving on to Asil. Asil basically smells like Ombre Nomad, except a little bit more mellow. It's almost like you took a blanket and you suffocated that mother. Basically, you took him, he's just screaming with like ink and projection, and you just said, come here, you son of a nice guy, the West is gonna like you, and you just basically put it in. It doesn't change the scent profile. It's still incensey, it's still inky, and honestly, I'm glad to have this because I don't have enough Ombre Nomad clones. A lot of people are like, oh, you're only trying the shadow. The shadow is fucking great. Honestly, it's great, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna grab the rest. So this one is one that I didn't even know of, and you guys probably haven't either. So Le Falcon's Asil. Yeah, that's what this one is called. That's why I thought it was worth at least mentioning. So we've added one, and we'll see how it stacks up, how it performs, how it behaves. I still gotta wear all of these. Will be a full wearing. For what, I've already worn it before. I love this fragrance, honestly. And Parfum's fragrance, I've worn it too. I love it. It's just I haven't worn this one. Maillard, no way in hell I'm gonna wear this. No way in hell. And I would love to give it away, but I'm not gonna do that to you. And not only that, I use a lot of these to reference basically, and whenever I sniff, etc., testing purposes. And I'm gonna have a library one day that you guys can all visit in the Guinness World Record or something. Okay, let's move on. Next one is called Al Forsan, this bottle right here, and let's check it. Ooh, I sniffed these before making this video. Why am I forgot, but I'm getting Iris or Oris. Holy shit, this is good. What is this? Is this that one? I think this is a clone of Memo Paris. Moroccan leather? It might be because I think Moroccan leather has Iris and it also has incense. All right, so honestly, I haven't pinpointed exactly what this is, but let's let it sit for a little bit and we'll revisit it at the end of the video. So this is the next one and the last one. It's called Al Jawad. Yeah, Jawad. What does that mean? It's some kind of insult in Arabic. I don't remember. I went to a Saudi Arabian school. But anyways, let's continue. Here we go. All of the boxes and presentations are actually pretty sick. Wait a minute, I'm not showing you guys the presentation. Let me show you guys really quick what these look like. If you're one or a sucker for presentation, it's actually pretty cool. All of them come in a different color and you see it like that. And as you pull it out, there rests the bottle. Pretty thick felt-like finish. And then on there is a little story. High Fly Eau de Parfum, unleash your inner cavalier, a scent of the noble courage and timeless elegance. And then you have to like pull this out of the sponge. And then what you should do with these is throw them. Anyways, this is the clear one. Here we go. Atomizer check. Decent. Smells like a mixture of Herba Pura meets Baccarat. It's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. I'm just Baccaratted the motherfucker out. That's it. Really, but ultimately it smells pretty good. So it kind of tones down the saffron, the metallic vibe to Baccarat in itself and grounds it in something a bit creamy. So imagine a creamier Baccarat. That's basically what it smells like. It also adds a little bit of chopped fruits. It's Herba Pura meets Baccarat. Simple as that. Creamier, less on the saffron, less amber woodsy, a bit more tolerable. But if you don't like creamy fragrances that might have like an indolic nature to it, maybe even some jasmine added in this one as well, then you might not dig it. But ladies, it's like jasmine meets Baccarat meets a little bit of fruits. That's it. Simple as that. It's not nearly as fruity as Herba Pura, but it does have a bit more citruses. It's kind of like Baccarat meets fat, thick florals. Rating for this would be a 5.5. I don't hate it. 5 is neutral. It's a little bit over neutral, but that's pretty much it. Rating for Asil, I really like it, but there's a lot of Ombre Nomads. I'd give it for now a 7.8. It depends on how well it performs, etc. And lastly, we're back to Al Forsan. I'm not 100% sure what this is cloning, or it might be its own creation or twist, but what it smells like to me is Moroccan leather. But there is seeming to be a bit more of some kind of spice that I haven't pinpointed exactly. So take it for what you will and understand that I still haven't worn a lot of these yet. And my rating for this one off of first impression would probably be like a 7.5. 7.5, maybe even like a 7. Let's just keep it on the safe side. It's like a 7.2 for now. Depending on how well it performs, how it lasts, and very specifically, I think it might be the galbanum, if there is galbanum, or whatever spice it is. If it continues to go astringent, which is acidic, because that's what it's creating right now, it's like a very mild undertone of acidity, then it will drop the score. If it continues to go into something that's consistent, or just stay the same and really develop around the whole iris and leather, like Moroccan leather, then it'll probably go up, if not stay around a 7.5 to like an 8. And that's pretty much it. I still think it's really good. I think that they're worth at the very least mentioning, and this one will probably stack up against the other ones. I haven't smelled a cologne like this before. That is worth mentioning. I've smelled Moroccan leather twists, etc., but not something like this. So take it for what you will. Falah is great, Parfum. All of these are pretty decent fragrances. The only one that I would never wear is going to be the Mayar, and I'd have to think a few times before I wore something like Al Jawad. I think that this will definitely cater more to you ladies out there. There you have it. My name is Neve. Thank you for tuning back into AROMATIX, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.